Okay, I'll be the moderator, but Dion is the one presenting tonight. I see him ready already. Okay, so good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Happy to have you guys here tonight one more time for our book club. Beyond is the one presenting the book that we all read over the week. The book title is the 5 a.m. Club, right? So by Robin Sharma. So Beyond is the one presenting that book tonight. And with that being said, I'm just gonna, pass it over to you, Beyond, and just go ahead and present. Yeah, the floor is yours.
Oh, you are muted, Bill.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. This one's gonna be short as every other one I did.
Okay, go ahead. Share your screen. Yeah.
That's a good warning. I like it. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start speaking. The 5 a.m. Club. I wrote this presentation about the author. Robin Sharma is a Canadian writer, and he's best known for his The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari book series. He worked as a litigation warrior until he was 25. Then he self-published Mega Living, a book on stress management and spirituality. The 5 a.m. Club. It's a self-help book by Robin Sharma. It's like all the others we read, and it advocates for waking up at 5 a.m. and dedicating the first hour of the day to personal growth through exercise, reflection, and learning, ultimately aiming to unlock your full potential to achieve success. Excuse me. The 20/20/20 formula. This formula is basically a recipe for using the first hour of your day to prepare yourself for the next 12 hours, or however long you plan to be active. The first is 20 minutes of exercise. This helps boost energy and mental clarity for the day and primes you for the events that await. And 20 minutes of reflection. This can involve meditation, journaling, like writing down thoughts, or contemplating to prepare yourself, and learning. Dedicate time to acquiring new skills or knowledge that align with your goals or what you plan to do. And the importance of early morning hours. Solitude and serenity. The early morning offer a time of minimal distraction and allows for focused productivity and personal growth. And take control of your day. Wake up early and dedicating time to one's self allows you to set the tone for the rest of the day and avoid feeling rushed or reactive, and elevating your life. By prioritizing your morning routine, you can create a foundation for a more successful and fulfilling life. And 4 interior focuses. The first is mindset. Focus on thoughts and belief and cultivate a positive and resilient mindset. And the heart set. Pay attention to your feelings and practice gratitude to nurture personal growth. And the health set. Prioritize your physical health and well-being because it's essential for vitality and energy. And the soul set. Nurture your spirit side through meditation, contemplation, and connecting with purpose. That was the last of verse 20. Wait, no, the third. And the other key takeaways, which is the conclusion, persist in your action, build new habit. To build new habit takes time and effort, so be patient and consistent with your morning routine, and avoid distractions. Minimize distractions during your early morning hours to maximize your focus and productivity, and own your morning. The book emphasized the importance of taking ownership of your morning routine and using it as a foundation for a successful and fulfilling day. And you have reached the end. If you haven't,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that
Yeah.
was
Thank you, Bill.
that that was wonderful. So, Bayan, you still have like at least
14 minutes.
13 minutes. Yeah, that's good. That's good
I did say
actually.
it was going to be short.
Yeah,
Eh,
it's very good.
It's very good and to the point.
This is the point.
Yeah,
It's
very,
short.
very
There is
good.
no
Very, very good,
distraction. It
Bayan.
was very good.
Make
Yeah,
sure you
very good.
share the PowerPoint with us.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, very, very good, Bayan. Wonderful, wonderful presentation. I mean, I don't know what to say honestly. The book
We
summary
lost the sound. I'm still.
is just amazing, and you touched all the the good point of the book and the takeaway and everything. So yeah, thank you one more time, Beyond. Thank you for your wonderful presentation and your wonderful preparation. That showed you took a lot of time to prepare your presentation, and you went straight to the point. Very good, wonderful. We would like other other presenters to do the same thing, in the future. I'm the one presenting next week. Hopefully, I'm gonna be, as as
Concise.
better as you did today, Beyond. One more time, thank you and good job for your presentation. And as usual, the floor is open. We have 3 minutes. Whomever wanna add something, whomever wanna say something, you have 3 minutes. Go ahead and share. What you have learned from the book. And if someone else has a question, we can hop on later. But let's just share what we have learned from the book as well. So the floor is open. You guys have 3 minutes. Yeah, thank you. Whomever wanna start.
I would like to go first if you guys allow me.
All right. Yeah, go ahead, Fred Thomas.
Okay.
So, yeah. Thank you very much, Beyond. Like Steve just said, it was just summarized, and it's not like a distraction time. You just get it, whatever we need to know. That's what no
Yeah.
like outside scheme and explaining anything. So thank you for that. And also, I would like to thank the person who, select this book and add it to our club for reading. I think that person
Yeah.
also. Um, I just want to add not to what you present, like testimony to it. If you ever known, like almost all of our politician, sorry, all of the politician, like if you take 99% of the congressmen, 99% of the people in Wall Street doing the business, selling, rushing hour, all of that, they all wake up early in the morning. All of the successful people, they wake up early in the morning and they spend some time with themselves. They take care of their mind and the body, like the book just says. So it might be a call for us. Before we used to get up at 5 in the morning also, but we were using the whole hour to exercise. So now we're gonna look a little bit and reframe, reorganize how we spend the time. Maybe part of it for spirituality or reflection, like they say in the book. We know that thing, but we were not doing the way the book said to do it. So moving forward, that's a learning opportunity. Again, thank you everyone for this great book club. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred Thomas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think I can go just go after Fred Thomas. You still have 1 minute and 30 seconds. So, I'm not going to add a lot. The only thing I want to say, okay, first of all, thank you, Bayon, for the presentation one more time. Thank you, Fred Thomas, and the person who proposed the book. This book is really, like Fred Thomas just said, is a call, right? Like, we all, somehow, have, already, this some of these habits, that we're trying to implement on our day-to-day basis, like, maybe doing some exercises, practicing some meditation stuff, but we never really, look at those, practices, like the way they are described, right, in the book, and the way the guy is breaking things down, like, when he's talking about the the 20 formula, where you have to, the first hour, after waking up early morning, you have to take advantage of the first hour, after waking up, and break that hour down in 20 in three 20 minutes, right? The first 20 minutes doing some physical exercises, stuff like that, and then the second 20 minutes do, trying to work on some reflection, meditation, stuff like that, and then the last 20 minutes just, go over the reading or listening some podcast, stuff like that. So the book is the book is a call, right? Like, let's put it, let's try, right? Everything that we're reading here, let's try before, till you try something, you don't know if it's going to work or not. And this book, I believe, when I was going over the order and how many examples have been sold, the book the book is a great book. A lot of people bought this book, and it has a lot, it has a big impact into onto people's lives, right? So if people have good testimony about this book, why are we going to be the one who, people that are going to do the difference, right? Let's try. Let's put in practice. You wake up early. Waking up doesn't mean that you absolutely have to wake up at 5 a.m., right? You can wake up early, even 6 a.m., but after waking up, just take advantage of the first hour, do some exercises, do some meditation, do some reading, stuff like that. Get your mind prepared for your day, and then you will see a lot of positive effect, right? And then another thing, that would be the last, that I want to say, is I also like when he talked about the process of building up new habit, or breaking down old habit into, I mean, moving from old habit to a new habit, right? He spoke about the 66 days, where you have the first 22 days to 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 go over the destruction of the whole habit, and then installation phase, the next 22 days, where you have to install the new habit, and then the integration phase, where that is the last 22 days, where you have to actually implement and actually becoming a new version of yourself, stuff like that. So if you're trying to learn something, you go ahead and practice what is being recommended in this book. I'm sure you will never regret. So yeah, that's what I wanted to add. And thank you so much, Beyond, for the book. Thank you. Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank you.
too.
Let me jump in quickly. Thank you, Beyond. Thank you for your presentation. That was don't even say next time that it will be short, because I think you are doing better by the time, because this time is a little bit longer than previously. So it was perfect. It was perfect. And you notice that as well when you are presenting at school. You will see that you are more confident to presenting. So it's a good job. And thank you for the person who suggests the book. And the author, I don't know if we have read that book already, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. If we
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, if we haven't, maybe I'll check whether we suggest that, because he always come with a deep, deep thinking to push you to the edge to think, which is very, very good. And we Muslim, we can attest to that. That by waking up very early, you have time to think, to do some prayer and all this, which is very, very good. I can attest to that. What I can say, maybe other people who might not like the book, is the fact that yes, he's advising you to be with yourself, but I can attest that there are people who don't want to be with themselves. Why? Because their brain is talking nonsense. They are, I mean, putting them in the bad mood, so they just want to be distracted by something outside. So for those people, it will be very, very difficult to implement this book, which is very, very good. And with all the book that we read, I will say that we have the knowledge now. The only thing remaining is the application. Or
Yeah.
sometimes we do apply it for 1 or 2 weeks or 1 month, and then the reality come back and you start forgetting what you are applying. So we need to do that. Or maybe we might recruit someone who has a PA, and the PA job was to slap him anytime he goes to Facebook. So we might recruit someone like that. All right, thank you for the presentation. Good job, Bion.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Before
One.
someone jump in, I have one more minute. I say
Mhm.
so. Just to add something. Like waking up early in the morning. Suppose that you go to sleep early enough. Also the night before.
Certainly.
Yeah.
I forgot to say that because if you want to wake up at 5 and you wake until like midnight, 1 and 2, it won't
Well,
happen. You get up, you go back to bed. So I just want to add that. If anyone want to get up early, then you have to sleep early enough. Thank
Yeah,
you.
good point.
I can go. I can go quickly. Thank you, Beyond. Great presentation,
okay, go ahead.
straightforward. Um, Good job. This book, I don't know if we already read The Atomic Habit.
We have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
reminds me a lot of The Atomic Habit. That's how it was structured to help you get into new habits, um, and how to break old ones. Um, uh, today Steve and I we were talking and like try to restructure our time, try to be mindful of what we are doing after work, so we can really do things that are meaningful to us, to help us um, recover our body, be able to do things that matters, not just sometimes being so tired, just sitting in front of the TV and then go back and you go back to the same routine again. But being able to implement things purposefully. So we were talking even about writing things on our fridge board so we can get that reminder. And when we look at our activity, there's a lot that we're doing, but we are not consistent. Like we'll start for a week, and in the middle of it, you even forget that you had a plan. And then it's weeks after that you are like, oh, what is that thing that we were supposed to be doing? Didn't we have a plan for this? So I think all of you guys had said is a reminder to go back to structure. Um, Knowingly our plan again, and to keep the habit, because we are creature of non-habit. We have to intentionally do it, intentionally write things down. So it's just it's life. It's a continuous battle. It's like spirituality. You're trying to always will that back, and this is what we have to do, because none of these habits we were not even taught. when we were young. And even if you are taught when you were young, it's hard to keep because life gets in the way and we tend to just want to let go. And then, it's a continuous battle. And but it's a good battle. So this is another great reminder that we can do things if we are purposefully and mindful about it. So that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Crystal.
I can for a great
Yeah,
presentation.
go ahead, Fatu.
This is a huge. I'm going.
Oh,
Okay,
Can
Okay.
go
you hear
ahead,
me? Are we
Tatakalo.
muted?
Go ahead.
Are
okay.
we muted?
Okay, go ahead. Go
No.
ahead,
Speak
Tatakalo.
loud.
Oh, okay. So sometimes I'm talking and nobody hear me, and I feel like people
Mm.
are ignoring me. So it happened again.
Oh, we cannot ignore.
So no, I know it's not the first time. Even at work, it happened all the time. I need to start speaking louder. Okay, so first I want to thank Beyond for the great presentation. It was to the point because this book is a huge book, and 9 hours. When I was listening, I'm like, okay, where is the 5 a.m. thing? Where is the so he start with how successful people has routine in the morning, but nothing concrete at the beginning. Then by the in the middle, they start coming up with the steps or what to do. So I really thank Beyond for going straight to the point for this presentation. And my main takeaway is the 2020 formula. Sometimes we wake up in the morning early and we spend all the entire time exercising, right? Spend 1 hour on the treadmill exercising, but we could break this down and have do all of this and still have a better day, right? We will learn, we will relax, and we will have that exercise benefit. So I really like this formula, and that is my main takeaway from the book, and that will probably make it more consistent because when you wake up in the morning, remember you are going to be on the treadmill for 1 hour with all this pain. It's not appealing, right? But if you know that it's 20 minutes and you will go back and sit down and reflect and learn and read something and learn something that morning, it may be more appealing to wake up early and go do and get something done before work. So I really want to thank the person who suggested the book, and that is another good learning for us. Thank you.
Good, good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Colum. Another, if you guys allow me to add something quickly, it's true that the book and the author emphasizes on the you know how to prepare your mind, right, for the day, like in the morning. But what I also want to say is that it's not only that, right, because after work is another phase, right, of the day. We also have to be mindful about after the stress that we're going through throughout the day. When we are when we feel when we back when we are back at home, think about some activities that you can also do to relieve, to breathe, to distress yourself, even before going to bed, right? Stuff like that. You can do meditation. Chriselle and I, we do a lot of meditation, yoga, stuff like that, just to relax and Bible reading, stuff like that, spirituality, stuff like just to relax. And yeah, that's what I wanted to add. Not only that, but think about some stuff that can help you too when you finish with your day with a lot of stress and all this stuff, yeah, that we have going on during the day. Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank
Thanks,
you
Steve.
too.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Your turn.
Yes, Fatu.
Yeah, Fatu, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Ah,
I just want to say thank you,
Hi.
Beyond, for the beautiful and sharp presentation. Um, Before I go, I wanted to suggest that, our book should be talk about doing Beyond presentation because we know we will have more time because he will be straight to the point and very sweet and short. But this book is magical. This book, whoever suggested this book was really great because almost everything that he was saying in the book is where I am right now. So, like over the past month, I have been really like feeling the same way he was describing. Like you feel like you are left behind. Life is not in the place that you wanted, and all of that. I was like, okay, let me sit down, let me listen, let me be attentive, because there and even there are stillness in our lives that sometimes we experience that, and everything just go blank and stiff, where you feel you are in a wilderness, and it is within that time a lot of people give up, where like your ambitions, that's what he was talking about, the dreams you had when you were a child, when you were in your 20s, all of that, the passion you see is just crumbling, just going downhills, and you're watching it and you just feeling so down, as if to say like things, what can you do next? So like looking at that, the book reminds me of like the morning miracle by hard error.
yes.
Charlie had, when I came here in 2016, Charlie had recommended that book that I read it, and I read that book. V, that's V. I read that book and I started to practice everything that book said. I was waking up 5 a.m. I started writing 1,000 words, 1,500 words, trying to finish my novels. I had everything set up. Then Harvey hit. Then I became homeless. I was in the shelter. I lost everything. I had to start from over, and I never went back. So with this book, kind of like I'm like, it's almost 10 years. Looking back, it's almost 10 years. If I have just continued that consistency, where in which like life catastrophe had not, put me backward, then by this time I'm in a great place, make great decisions and stuff like that. But it's a reminder. He's not just telling you what to do, he's also reminding you, okay, you have set up your life for a great purpose. You have set up your life to do things where in which like you imagine in the future and you're not there yet. It's not too late. I think that's my takeaway from that book, is like it's not too late. You can still pick up and start from where you were thinking before. So Money Miracle and this book is just fun to me, and that would be my two go-to books that I think we have read so far. That is very practical. That is very straight to the point, and I feel like he, in the morning miracle, the difference is the morning miracle, he tells you like you might not be a morning person, you might not be an early morning person, you can set your routine so like right when you get home and you de-stress, and it be that time. And it should not be 2 hours, 5 hours where you cannot. It's realistic hours, like 1 hour or 2 hours. If you're a 5 a.m. person, you can wake up 5 a.m. If you're a morning, if you're an afternoon person, but you have to have your goal set up to do it within the 24 hours of the day. So mine was 5 a.m. because I'm an early morning person and I was working at night. But when you have kids and life shifts, you get married, and both people are chasing, different dreams. It's kind of like a little harder to shop yours between. But I feel like this book has summarized everything, and I cannot stop talking about it. Great presentation, Beyond, and thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Fatu. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Too
Thank
far
you,
too.
Fatia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who wanna go next?
You're welcome.
it, it comes down to me, I think. Well,
Oh yeah.
I can't help, enjoying Beyond's presentation. I forgot that it was Beyond presenting, and then missed the first 2 minutes. That seemed to be a lot already. Okay, but I caught up and got the key points, and almost everyone have said it. And then Fatu, Christelle, and Fred Thomas helped me a little bit, because when I was reading it, and I started, asking myself, okay, this is the point where I work almost the whole day and then get, you know, busier than ever at night. So how do I do this? But it got to a point where I said, okay, this is, yes, the whole plan is for morning, but it is not necessarily for morning. As Christelle was saying, is it comes down to atomic habits. If you could identify the series of things that you could do to get your life to your goal, and then plan for it, but do the same thing continue repeatedly, that help you, you know, unlearn certain things that you have already built as bad habit that you do not want to continue on. At the same time, learn new things. But it comes down to consistency and then persistency. You have to be consistent, and as you are having the tendency of losing it, or you hit the wall, you have hurdles, you have to persist. And it's a very good book. Recently, I've not been finishing the book, but I really enjoyed the first few, chapters that I've read, and I try to adjust it to my one thing. I keep myself busy, but how could I do to uh, uh, to have the highest, or to be more efficient? And then I could see that this kind of book teach efficiency, and I really like it. I also have to thank whoever suggested the book. It's been a very good thing, and we have to learn from our great presenter Beyond, who has a good style that we want to steal from, and save everybody time while we go straight to the point as he has done. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Charlie.
Mr.
Thank
Sharma.
you.
Cheryl, before you hop on, I wanna say something again. It's true, Mr. Sharma. I agree with what you just said, but I believe there is a reason why he's emphasizing on the morning, right? Because my conception of things and my experience, after waking up in the morning, and after waking up in the afternoon, after, let's say, taking a nap, and waking up in the evening, the feeling is not the same. The way you feel, the way you feel your, I don't know, your spirit, your mind, your body, it's not the same. I think there is a reason why he's emphasizing on the early morning. I don't know. I'm not a spiritual I'm not a spiritual guy, but I'm just expressing my feeling, right? I don't know if you guys have already experienced the same thing, but I don't know. But that's what I wanted to add. There is a reason why he's emphasizing on the early morning practices, basically. I believe so.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
Everyone hear me?
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. First, Bion, thank you for the presentation. It was a good, clear presentation, and I'll just go through my ideas really quickly. So first, yeah, the book talks about how like you're starting off your day with this, and whenever I like read a book, I try to think, okay, how does this apply to me personally, right? Like ignoring the rest of the world, ignoring like all the edge cases they talk about. What is important to me, right? So first, the 20 minutes of exercise. To me, I think about that as just to wake up, right? It'll wake you up because you're going to be groggy when you wake up, and I thought of it as 20 minutes of exercise to wake myself up. Even if you like ignore the health benefits, okay, you're awake and you're moving and you're getting things done faster now, right? Then it's 20 minutes of reflection. I think personally, I would use that to just plan ahead, right? Instead, like plan ahead on what you want to do next, what you want to do in the day, what things not related to work you want to do, right? And then lastly, 20 minutes of learning. And I would say for that, it's like you're giving yourself information and tools to improve, right? You gather information relative to your goals, you gather information relative to your life, right? And you use that to improve. And then you can reflect on it later, or you can use it later for your future days, right? And then I thought about the idea of why is it like, why does the speaker focus so much on 5 a.m.? And I think that's part of like the speaker's viewpoint on like the American 9 to 5, 8 to 5, right? 7 to 6, right? It's the focus is on your most optimal time where you're not interrupted by anything, right? Because as people wake up throughout the day, there are different things that take up your time, right? And no, people aren't usually calling you for work at 5 a.m., right? But they might be calling you for work at 7, 8 a.m., right? So that's why the speaker focused on that 5 a.m. So really, it's a question of like find the most optimal time, the most productive time for you. Then another important idea was okay, you also set a tone for the day, right? It's like everything goes off of that, right? And Bion was talking about that in the presentation, where it's like you set up those habits, you set up those consistent plans for yourself to keep going. And then a couple ideas that people talked about that I really liked was Faku continuing on with like this build good habits, right? Because a person who consistently uses his hour in the afternoon is better than a person who inconsistently does the hour in the morning at 5 a.m., right? It's about building good habits and keeping it going. So I would just say like just try to build good habits, even if they're not in like the specific way that this book mentions. So yeah. Also, thank you for whoever recommended the book, and I hope everyone has a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Cheryl.
Thank you.
But I want to add something about what it says. Yeah, the author emphasis on the on the morning. However, some people work at night. So morning, early 5 o'clock, they might be at work, right? But they still can take advantage of these methods of exercising and reflecting on their night or their day. So I think this we can translate it to when you first wake up to start your working day,
Yeah.
right? It can be 5 in the afternoon that you wake up to get ready to go to work at 7. So for that first hour that you wake up, just exercise 20 minutes, read something, relax, and set a tone for your work day or work night. So I think it can be morning
Either or.
here because generally people go to work in the morning, but some people work at night, and which they can also take advantage of this as well.
Yeah, that's a
That
great
can,
point.
Yeah.
That's a great point, Tata
yeah.
Colombo. I remember when I was traveling for 3 years, 2019, for 3 years, I was working a night shift. So I will usually come home around 6 or 7, and then my morning really starts like at 3 or 4 when I wake up. And I did that for 3 years. So I think it's all in the mental, you know when you are in a habit of something, your morning is just when you wake up. Like when you had that long sleep, 6 hours, and you wake up, you can still apply this same routine. It's just the persistence and the consistency that really makes a huge difference, either or.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank
Yeah.
you for sharing.
I
Great.
know we have two. Oh, go ahead.
I want to add
Go ahead.
one thing or two things. Yes, we don't need to get hung up on the morning, but most of the people who advises for meditation, they tend to tell you as soon as you wake up,
Mhm.
because as soon as you wake up, as Joseph Murphy said, you are crossing the world, the invisible world, to the visible world. And during that time, you are more powerful. You are very, very powerful. And the scientists now realize that they call it a theta wave brain. During that time, it's so powerful that you have, if you sleep once a day, you have at least 4 when you are going in and when you are coming out, when you are going, when you are coming out. So it's very, very powerful. So that's why he's maintaining that, oh, when you are waking up, and also he's talking into the general public, knowing that a lot of people go to work. And when you do it in the morning, you set the tone of the day. Because if you do nighttime and you go to sleep, it's not going to affect too much. But if you do it early, or even you are night shifter, but you do it when you are starting your shift, it can have more influence on your day than do it and go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's one
Thank
Yeah.
you.
thing that we got.
Yeah.
So just want to add also to many of what you guys say, like the comment from Nasif right now, like if you exercise at night, then you won't sleep, right?
Mhm.
Because when you exercise, you have more power. You
More
won't sleep,
energy.
more energy. You won't sleep anytime soon. So it will make sense to exercise when you get up.
Mhm.
Now, I know my two nurses talk of first, Priscilla and Cologne. But remember, if you, I might be wrong, but what this is what I know. Most of the doctor at the hospital, they don't work at night continuously 1 year. Is that true? They work like 3 months, 6 months if it's too much, and they shift to daytime.
Yeah, but yeah, in my
I
hospital,
wouldn't know.
take a routine. You
Yeah,
know, they take a turn. You know, they have schedule, and when one they do night shift for a while, they'll come to day
yeah.
shift.
Why?
But nurses do night shift
Yeah. So I just
continuously.
want to tell
Yeah, we
you
do.
because if you work at night and you stay away at night, it shorten your life expense. How do you say
Mm.
expectancy? You die early.
Expect. Oh, okay. That's a
You
new
die.
information.
You die early.
I
When
didn't know.
yeah, that's why the medical
Okay.
doctor don't work 1 year at night. They do 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
and another one will take 3 months, and another will take three. If it's too much,
Okay.
it
Rotation.
happen. Nobody, no doctor
Mm.
work 1 year at night. Now,
Mm.
depending
That's
on
good.
your financial, you might be chasing money and stuff, and you work at night. You see, the sleep, the night sleep is different from the daytime sleep.
That's true. I
They're
agree.
not the
Mhm.
same.
I
You
agree.
don't have the same feeling. The day you
Yeah.
off and you sleep at night, it feels different than when you sleep from 7 in the morning to 2 p.m. Right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. And I will
Yeah.
advise my kid to do the best to not work at night in life, other than
That's
you
right.
die early. We are
Awesome.
designed to work on daytime.
That's a great
So
advice. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now beyond presenting, I think we can learn from it and take beyond style as a benchmark to say, okay, moving forward, no one will go over 12 minutes.
She's
Because
right.
some of
Mhm.
our presentation go to 25, 26 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And we don't have enough time. And I'm just suggesting, but that's something we need to take a look at. Can we short it? And if it's too much, it's
Yeah.
12 or maybe 15 is we, and so that way we just get to the point and
And
show,
have more time.
knowing everyone has read the book, right?
Mhm.
Like we expect everyone to
Yeah. Yeah.
read. It's not the person presenting who is reading the book. They just summarize,
Okay.
right? That's something we need to look at. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bianca, can you do my presentation for me?
He can coach. He can
Yes.
coach. I think I have to go to his
Oh,
school. I have to go to
Right.
his school.
Just kidding, Bianca.
oh, I think I have two more things when we finish the book. There are questions. One is question from last week, and another one is a question from 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Ye- Yeah,
Uh,
I think Fred Omari, go ahead and ask your question.
okay, let
Oh,
me
okay,
chip
okay,
in a little bit about
okay.
what he just said, saying that if you work nighttime is very very dangerous to you. That's true. That's totally true. Why? Because our body has a body clock which mirror the sun.
Yes.
So definitely it has the body clock that that's why there are certain people who they say to themselves that when the sun goes down, they don't eat anymore.
Hmm.
It has to be the following day. So definitely our body knows when to sleep, when, and that's why no our light, our new environment of light is messing up
The
our body
body.
as well, because we don't know when to sleep, when to be awake, because all the time is daytime for the body. So that one is definitely right. And working nighttime, it can shorten your life by third, I think.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, the like I was saying, the doctor knows, but they don't tell the nurse.
They don't tell
Other than
That's
that,
right.
they will have told you also to do rotation.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
And you know
But
what?
but
I had
but
now that you guys are saying that, I'm trying to go back into the time, where I was working in a graveyard. I was not that happy, My sleep was also very disturbed because the people that were up my apartment,
Hmm.
very noisy kids. There was no way I got a really good night's sleep. And I really don't catch up until my 3 days off. I don't really feel restful and everything. So, yeah, you guys are probably right, but thank you for the information.
yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
Yeah.
also
good.
sometimes when you want to sleep, your body might start saying that, oh, it's daytime.
Hmm.
Why should
Mm,
I sleep?
mm, mm-hmm.
Or you are coming home, and since you are used to take a breakfast, even though that you are not supposed to eat at that time, you start eating, and by
Yeah.
Yeah.
eating you are waking up the body fully.
Body.
And or when you want to sleep deeply, instead of 8 hours, most of the time is 4 to 6 hours.
4 5, yeah.
Yeah,
Three. Three. I did night shift for a bit, but then I.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when Steve was saying it that there's something different with the night sleep, and I remember I don't remember the book we read it from, but they call it the biologic clock. And that is what we have. And as Fred Arun was saying, consistent with the sunrise and sunset. And the body was like that until the discovery of light, and then light everywhere. And it changes a little bit. However, it takes thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of this new style to be inscribed into the DNA. So we still have the night sleep is still completely different from any other daytime sleep. And that is, of course, what the majority do. So, yes, if we could manage and cut it short, it would be the best. The question is how to get it. But with time, everything takes time. You plan for it. That's
And then
probably goal to set and make it happen.
Yeah.
Is a good reminder to reorganize one's life and then focus into what to do to make it better for our health and then mind and spirit.
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay. Thomas, go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah. So,
So
Fred
my
Thomas.
question will be off track of this book because it's from last week. From last week, book the mad couple,
Finish
Finish
rich.
which
rich.
we say everyone gonna do something.
Mhm.
So have you guys done something from the book? Like I don't know, whatever. What
Yes,
did you accomplish something from it? Great.
yes.
We did also. Nasif something Fatu. See. We did something
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
book.
yes, we did. Priscilla and I, we did.
Execution, right?
Yeah, execution,
There's a
absolutely,
question.
absolutely. Because
Okay.
that's that's where we are right now. You know, we have to practice. We have to, put in
Okay.
practice.
Apply.
We
Yeah.
went to the HSA and revisit the HSA and change the money to take the triple advantage Nasif talked about. So that's what the main one that we did was that. So thank you from HSA, right? That's the name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
FSA.
and
So
when
it's
you do that,
FSA now.
don't forget to go back in to make some investments or to change the investment, because sometimes when the money is there are three stages of the money. The money is in your bank, the money come to HSA, and the money goes to the investment. So
we need to do
sometimes the
that.
money comes to the HSA, but it's there, is maybe 1% or 2% or 4% max. But at the time that you decided to take the money and invest, is at that time that you start producing higher benefit than the
Return.
normal
Okay. So
Is
way.
that's the
that
next.
401k or what are we talking about?
No,
No, have
health
saving account.
savings
Oh,
Yeah,
account.
healthcare account. Okay, health
that's
savings.
apply
Okay,
as well to
okay,
IRA, individual
okay,
retirement account. When you
okay.
make a transfer from your bank account to IRA, is stuck there. You might think that,
Money
oh, I'm doing
market.
some investment, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But if you don't go in
Elect.
to elect to say, oh, I'm investing into, or sometimes
Independent retirement
the
account.
people who make it directly saying that any money come to here, go immediately to this investment. So that's another way to get around that. Otherwise, people will be thinking that, oh, I'm investing 200 per week, but the money is just like a saving account.
Deposit.
Yeah, it's not
Mhm.
a saving account. It's not doing really investment.
See,
So
that's why I'd say I'm gonna talk about it. So we got something new from me. Thank you.
Yeah. So
So we'll get to the
put an
execution.
IRA there so we
No,
can use that.
IRA, we did that. We're not qualified. It's just a small,
We are not qualified.
not
Okay.
really, just a small thing. Now
Okay.
my
That's
second,
right. We
no,
are not
IRA,
my
qualified.
second question.
everyone is qualified as well, at least for
Yeah,
5,000.
but it's small, really,
Oh, okay.
really small
Mhm.
amount.
Yeah.
It's a lower end.
But me, I what I did is I kind of went to my 403B because I work for a nonprofit. So I went to look at where is my money is investing to. So I think it's in Morningstar.
Something like
Morningstar.
that.
So and I look at the return and the 5 year, it's more than 10%. So I'm like, okay, that's good. That is better. So I just leave it where it is. But
10%.
But you open and see.
yeah, I open it.
Yeah, 10%. You can still talk to those who, how the manager of the account to suggest things for you, because 10% might be very low.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go
Because
to
when I
16.
compare to Thomas, mine is better.
Mine is negative. So I need to
Yeah,
keep
talk to the manager, and then
Okay.
know, especially if they are not being paid by the investment. Because
Yeah.
if they've been paid by the investment, sometimes they are biased. They're
Yeah.
just advising you two different
to
things.
take
But if
the money.
it's the company that are paying them and they don't have any monetary interest into what you are doing, they are very open in advising you the right things
Okay.
to do. Yeah.
So I have to call to the call the people
Call
for
Fidelity, yeah.
Fidelity and
Yeah,
ask.
no, not Fidelity. Most of the time, there are three people involved into IRA: your company, the manager, and the keeper, or the. So there are three people,
Okay.
like a triangle, so that one party doesn't take the money and run out. So you look for the manager, the person who is managing that
Okay. How
Oh,
do I
look
know
on.
that?
Let's go
person or
back to
company. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are three people: your company, the Fidelity is just the holder of the account, which might
Yeah.
not be helpful, but the manager will be very, very helpful.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know. Anyone want to ask something about last week thing? Just we talk about also. My second question will be for everyone. What happened to our Brothers Book Club personal book that we supposed to write? That's the second question. Maybe it's already 10 o'clock, but let's think about it to debate next week. Our book. Where are we on our book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the issue we Arun raised is, you know, when we are each person is writing a chapter, it may not be coherent, right? So you
No,
all decide that.
we said that, and we said that when we finish, we will give to one or three people to think,
To read all of
yeah, to read all together. But it's like we are putting it on the back burner, so it's not.
So should
But
we choose another day for that so it doesn't
uh,
interfere with
it can
our?
be done, or maybe not another day. Maybe we can say, okay, instead of starting at I would say 7 here, but I know that is 9 on your side. We might say, oh, start coming a little bit early, 15 minutes, and start it on that subject before we start the main one, because two different dates might be a little bit difficult for everyone to get
digest.
ready for it.
No,
So
It's
I,
just a suggestion.
should we
I,
say
I think
8:30?
yeah, Fred, Tatakolam, go ahead.
No, since
Yeah.
Aaron said we should come early, should we say we'll start at 8:30? That will make it 6:30 with at your place, Aaron. Is it
Something like
possible?
that. Not every day, but at least when
Not
we
No,
have
not
just
something like that, we'll debate on that one.
Yeah, I mean, what I wanted to say is that it's probably, the right time to rethink about, the timing, right? Like Fred Omar was saying, we can say, instead of, you know you know 3 minutes, or 18 minutes for the one who is presenting, we can start reducing the time, reducing everything, or the presentation and everything, to like 30, 45 minutes. That gives us at least, more,
25 minutes.
15 or 30 more minutes to go over our book, because if someone read a book, there is no reason to come here and, the one who is presenting is not supposed to go over everything, like teaching the book to other people, because we're supposed to read, right? So
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah, that's
So
a good idea. But
I suggest that we do the early time because
yeah,
after when we start this debating the book, it always go to the end.
yeah, early time doesn't mean that it has to be every day, every time, no.
Right.
You might say,
Well,
okay,
once a month.
okay, the coming week we will start at 6:30 of my time. I mean, and then we will do. So we know that it's just sporadically. It's not that every time we will be doing that, because if we start doing that, we might now start stretching the time from 1 to 1.5.
1:30.
That
Yeah.
might not be the idea. And talking about the club, we noticed that, or I noticed that we
There is
haven't
a
get
lady.
Judge for a while. Is
Oh.
within the club, or is no longer.
No,
No.
he told us he traveled.
Yeah, he's still in Botswana.
They're still in
Oh,
Botswana,
he's
in
in
Africa.
Botswana. Okay, okay.
They'll
They'll
come at the
come
end of
end of
April.
April.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, he
No,
traveled abroad.
I heard about Botswana, that there is great. And
but
what
Yeah, they
happened
have.
to this recording? I haven't heard that it stopped, but it's more than 1 year, 1 hour now.
And also, since you talk about Josh, last week at the end of the book club, a lady came on our channel to say great work. Remember?
It might be the computer.
Not a computer. It was a person. It was a lady.
This is a great
Do you know if another
presentation.
person attending and that person said great presentation? A black woman, like a American, African American. Yeah.
But for me, it's like a Siri person.
No.
And maybe I'll check to see. Maybe, and the person's face was showing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the person was.
Yeah, it was a
woman.
image, but it didn't last though.
Yeah, but she said great work, great presentation.
But I think it's
when we were closing.
It's the computer.
You think it's a computer?
I'll check.
Okay. So
because you can see how many people is online now. We have 7, right? 7 people. So
yeah, I
count 1, 2.
Yeah, wait, 10. Yeah, 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
What about the YouTube live? Nobody can watch the YouTube live.
Yeah, people can watch it if we allow them.
Maybe they have YouTube.